Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Scott and this is another My Bourbon Journey review. So if you're new to this channel and you're looking for reviews of different whiskeys such as bourbons, ryes, American style whiskeys, consider hitting the subscribe button. Also hit the bell notification. That's going to alert you to when I'm doing new live streams, uploads, things along those lines. So today I'm doing a review of a very interesting kind of a new product that's just been released. This was something that is a collaboration between Dave Pickerell of WhistlePig and the band Metallica. So this is the whiskey called Blackened. So a little bit of history. Now, a couple of weeks ago, I was able to meet Mr. Pickerell and during the launch of the new whiskey, and was able to get a few samples, and he was nice enough to sign the bottle for me. They weren't selling the whiskey at the time, so I just accumulated a few samples and was able to get something from one of the guys there that allowed me enough to do a review of. So anyway, a little bit of information on this. So again, this is the new straight whiskey from Dave Pickerell and the band Metallica. They've kind of collaborated to put this together. So essentially, what this is a blend, several blends of different straight whiskeys. Not all bourbon. My guess is that there is some rye mixed in with this. The interesting part is this is something that is finished in black brandy barrels. Essentially, the process is to take the blended whiskey, allow the blended whiskey to basically mingle in the blackened barrels for what Dave Pickerell mentioned between 2 and 10 weeks. So the interesting part is this is all done through essentially a low frequency sound that they put in the blackened brandy barrels. Pump the low frequency noise into the area, so you're constantly allowing for the vibration to occur within the barrel, picking up some of that extra flavor from within the black brandy barrels. So it's not meant to try to age the product really any, according to him. It's essentially just to enhance the flavor of the straight whiskeys that are there, so to pick up the influence from those blackened brandy barrels. So a little bit of, I guess, other information. So this is batch 81. Significance of that was the year that Metallica formed. So they decided to call this batch 81. Proof-wise, this is 90 proof or 45% ABV. Price-wise, was just released a couple weeks ago, right around that $40 US mark. Non-age stated. Again, like I mentioned before, this is a blend of several different straight whiskeys. Could be really bourbons, American whiskeys, ryes, to then again be put into the blackened brandy barrels, where they pump these again the ultra low frequency sound to vibrate those barrels and try to enhance the flavor. So with that being said, why don't we go ahead and we'll kind of get into it. Also, I wanted to mention, I believe the distillery that's going to be associated with most of this is going to be the Hill Rock Distillery, which is partially owned by Dave Pickerell as well. So why don't we go ahead and we'll get into the review. So typically what I try to do is we'll go through the appearance, the color, the nosing, the taste, finish, and then any other kind of general information. So let's go ahead and we'll get into this. So as you can see, kind of a light kind of bronze, light kind of copper color. It's a straight whiskey, so we know we've got in the blend a minimum of 2-year whiskeys. So interesting. So the first thing I kind of pick up is that is like a sweet, almost like a cognac type of nose. I'm guessing that's obviously because it's finished in these brandy barrels that you're picking up that brandy, or could be cognac. I mean, depending on if it came from the cognac region. So definitely some leather. There's some oak, some apricot there. That dark fruit is kind of wanting to come through. A really interesting kind of complex nose, a mixture of a lot of different things kind of going on, but a real heavy influence in that finishing process. And I only say cognac just because that is kind of what it's really smelling like. It's stronger than just a standard kind of brandy. The cognac I always get where it's just a little bit more potent than just a standard type of brandy. Well, let's get into the taste. Cheers. So yeah, very, very similar to the nose. Well, let's take another sip. Yeah, I would say very, very similar to the nose. The one thing I'm getting right away is that barrel finishing influence. And again, I'm going to stick with the cognac just because it's kind of a heavier flavor for me than just a kind of a standard brandy. In our area, brandy is one of the most consumed alcohol. So I've had a fair amount of brandy. This is just a little bit more of a stronger taste. So that's why I kind of lean a little bit more towards the cognac type of flavor. Definitely the leather, the rye, a little bit of alcohol there. Not much burn, but you get this kind of alcohol-y type of note to it. Not much burn really at all. Again, that dark fruit is there. As the finish begins to develop, I start to pick up a fair amount of like apricot. So that's kind of interesting. A note that I don't always get, and maybe that's just enhanced through the finishing process. So I would say finish wise, it's probably on maybe the medium side, but it finishes for me heavy on the leather and kind of apricot type of note. It's really I would say it's an interesting whiskey. If it's something that you like that's a little bit on the sweeter side, something that's a little bit different than the norm. I've had several different blended whiskeys or finished whiskeys, and this is a little bit unique. So something maybe you don't lean to every single night, but if you want something that's a little bit different, this would be an alternative to that. So with that being said, I guess I can give it a recommendation. If it's something that you're looking for that's just a little bit, like I said before, a little more unique. It's different, not your standard type of bourbon or whiskey pour that you have every night. So anyway, so I guess with that being said, hit the like button, leave me some comments, thumbs up. Everything is really appreciated. I have a great time with these, so I really appreciate all the feedback, positive feedback that I've been getting. So like I always say, it's about the journey and not the destination. Cheers.